And how important is it just to get off on the right foot here, week one? You know, captain here of this team. How big is it?
Yeah, I think it's important. It always, first game of the season, and you want to get off to a good start. I think, important. I think put a lot of preparation and time into this. We've had a long training camp, made a lot of progress, and you're eager to get out there for the first game.
Yeah, what stands out about Miami?
I think they got a good front. I think when you look at that, there's a lot of impact players there up front, and I think we have a strong front up front. So I think that is a good matchup for us. But a lot of good players, and we'll study them, be ready for it. Good players in the back end too, smart guys who can make plays. But I think we'll continue to study it and develop our game plan through this week.
Would it be an advantage for you guys, the fact that you do have a lot of weapons on the outside, JT, Tyler as well? Does it kind of make it difficult for the defense to concentrate on and target one guy maybe?
I think so, yeah. I think, I feel like that's been, we've seen that during training camp too, just how many different guys we can get the ball to and can hurt the defense in different ways. I think that makes it tough for a defense to game plan and take one guy away. I think we got a lot of guys who are dangerous.
You've been building towards this for months now. What excites you about just having that, I guess, official new start, new chapter come Sunday?
Just excited to get out there. I think we all are. A lot of work's gone into this as a group, since, dating back in the spring when we got together for OTAs, and I feel like we've come a long way. So I think we're all really excited to get out there.
Yeah, what excites you about the guys around you, the offense you have, the weapons around you as a quarterback?
I think, like I said, I think just how many different guys with different skill sets, different strengths, abilities, we have, and how hard that is for a defense to plan for and account for everybody. So I'm excited to get out there and play with these guys. I think, playing with the guys up front, how well they've played all camp and how strong that group is. I think it'll be a fun group to be part of.
This group has talked about having a sense of urgency, and Shane talked a whole lot about creating that edge through training camp. What does that look like for you guys going into week one?
Yeah, I think just on offense, having an attacking mindset and playing at our tempo, at our pace, taking advantage of the opportunities we have in the pass game, and then up front in the run game doing the same thing. So I think it's just that, playing with an edge, but having an attacking mindset, being aggressive when we have chances to be aggressive.
Daniel, when Shane talks about you and why you got the job and just what he expects out of you, one phrase he uses quite a bit is finds the completions. I'm guessing he said those towards you, but either way, what does that phrase mean to you, find?
I think understanding where the ball needs to go versus certain looks, certain coverages. I think staying on schedule, keeping the generating positive plays, keeping the offense moving forward. Sustaining drives. I think all those things. Obviously, you want to be ready when the shot's there, and when you have the big play, take advantage of it. But understand when it's not. Not holding the ball, getting it out, and letting guys catch and run when we have those chances too.
Daniel, how do you think you've earned the trust of your teammates, and I guess how can you build on that by just simply playing at this point?
Yeah, I think just showing up and coming to work every day, trying to improve and growing my understanding of the offense and build chemistry with guys. I think you're always developing that chemistry and that trust with guys, and nothing's more important than what you do on the field on Sundays. So continue to focus on that and excited to get out there with these guys.
You focus almost entirely on team and what the team can do and all this. Have you resisted the urge about you and what this could mean for you going forward? Is that just how you're wired?
I think, I think you realize that when a team's successful and we win and we play well on offense, I think it's good for everybody. I think if everyone has that mindset, I think that's something that Shane preaches, is having that team mindset. But, understanding if we're successful as a team, that certainly is good for everybody. But certainly the team first, and it's about, in this league, it's about winning, and that's where, all of our heads are at.
Have you become a more Howard over the years, and how much maybe you hate that?
Yeah, he's a really good player. Smart. I think when you see those corners play for a long time and have successful careers, they're obviously physically gifted, but they're really smart football players. They recognize routes, they recognize splits and concepts, whatever it is, and he's one of those guys that can read those things and anticipate it. And it's been fun going up against him in practice. I think Mooney's the same way, just having smart DBs who are obviously physically gifted, but are can make plays based off of what they recognize and anticipate certain things.
Daniel, you use the word chemistry. Just how important is it to be on the same page with your center and just making sure you guys are going to see the same thing out there?
Yeah, I think a lot of that happens throughout the week and how we prepare. I think Tony does a really good job preparing all of us, especially the guys up front for what looks we're going to get defensively, pressures and fronts and all that stuff. So Tanner does a really good job recognizing that stuff, getting us into the right calls, and I think we'll communicate throughout the week on what are the problem looks, what are the things we're going to have to make adjustments to. But it's been fun working with them throughout camp.
Daniel, have you thought at all about how great of an opportunity this is to kind of resurrect your own career moving forward?
Yeah, I'm excited to get out there. I think, like I said, quarterbacks are judged by winning. I think teams are judged by winning games. So that's what I'm focused on, and I think we have a group of guys who are all kind of focused the same way. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get out there, and I know we've put in a lot of work, and I know we're all excited to get out there.